Hello everyone, and welcome back to Wildermyth. As we continue Chapter 3 and the areas around us begin flooding, we have moved up half of our party over to the Slimfari pits in order to crush the Gurgans that are lurking there and see about an assault on the pit. And the other half of the party are currently on patrol here at Morrilands, seeing if there's anything we can do possibly about this flooding. So let's get this done for 4 remaining days. And over here, I don't know if it's different between assaulting the lurking Gorgons or the Slimfari pit, if they are currently one and the same. But we'll deal with the lurking Gorgons first. The rain hasn't let up much through the winter. The earth is soggy and stinking like a corpse. Hills have sunk, the dead mice float in flooded fields. People are moving towards the mountains. Going by Arnon's map, we're nearly there. I'll be brave. Will you? Now's when we find out who we've been trusting. Whether we've been too trusting. I've heard it said that to cut a noose is to gain a dangerous friend. The Gorgons are swarming these days, choking us, drowning us. This whole world is near its limit. Any chance may be the only chance. Is this double Bogmores, perhaps? More stuff spreading corruption, but nothing more coming in after X many rounds, it seems. Kill all enemies. And we can currently see one row further round, although I cannot rotate the camera further than this. Can we interfuse with this giant rock? We cannot. We'll do this shrine instead then. Is that going to give us any options early? I'm not sure how helpful that was, but sure. Okay, that was incredibly helpful. And there's more foes through the walls there that we're now illuminating. Pastel. Step up to here, and my question becomes, is that row going to die to fire before that ambush shot goes off? We'll find out in time, I suppose. I guess, why wait when we have a free attack action? And Gothic is out. Kite. We'll relight that fire. There's the alarm. And we've got quite the party here. Gothic, could you please interfuse with the shrine again? And alas, we can't quite get fire to the enemies. However, it seems worth trying to at least make some fire on the ground that they may well have to move through. Everyone else, we're just going to get to shooting. And Kite. Light that and stand Guardian. We've got some awkward shots here, unfortunately. Do we get a better shot from here? Yeah, that's better. The hobbled is good too. That's reduced movement speed, I believe. I just wish we had more AoE for occasions like this. And there's the Gorgon. Good, the fire's doing its job. I just don't know how effectively we're going to survive this. Alright, that's going to do us wonders. We're going to keep using that as best we can to our advantage. And I don't really have a choice but to attack the thing closest to us. But it's not going great. That'll help. But now they're going to get a very large number of turns in. And we've got issues thanks to this giant tree stump breaking up our vision of stuff. Pastel is very injured. Kite is very injured. Oh boy. Right. Gothic, we're never going to get over to Kite, unfortunately. But we can aid Pastel. Then we just need to just kill all enemies is the real goal here. But it's not going to be the easiest thing. Kite. Can you please... We can't attack both of them, can we? Oh, maybe we can. But what we can't do now is retreat. We can move one square, it seems. We're going to take damage every turn we end in this sludge, and we've got no way of removing it. So we're just going to have to kill what we can as fast as we can and hope that Kite doesn't become too injured over the course of time. Arya. The hobbled will help. Alright. Gothic is down. 18 damage or -1 health, -1 speed this campaign. I'll take the -1 health. 1 health is not too much. Now we just have to use our ranged attacks as quickly and efficiently as possible. Which means we're going to... interfuse with this stump and see if we can't splinter blast. Yes! Why didn't I do this sooner? Pastel. If we can get this Gorgon, I think we can pick up the little guys afterwards without too much issue. And there's the stunt we needed. Arya, you're a saint. I would really like it if Pastel didn't go down a second time. We cannot splinter blast both. So I'm going to go for the one that's already injured. Damn. Alright, one down. Just the two little guys left. We can do this. Arya, if you could take point, just so that you're a more close-by target. Seems to have done its job. We do not have anything we can interfuse with over there. And stealing this fire is far too far away. I really need to learn how these guys work, because there's so much more to the mystics than I know. Alright, we're down to a single raccoon. That's fine, so long as they're attacking Arya and not Pastel at low health, I can deal with it. No idea what these mushrooms are going to do for us. Wild Grasp is fine. Oh boy. We got there just about. The Hype Morn. Passive. Damage 2 times after armor if flanking. Gosh, I don't know. There you go. Rystar, you can have that to fill your empty slot. I'll never get used to this, will I? Got my back? Maybe not done be fighting? Arnon emerges rather suddenly from a damp shadow standing before a root-frame tunnel. So you made it. You doubted we would? The old deepest land leads them into the dark. The earth walls are slimy and black. Streams of water slosh on either side of a hastily heaped gravel path. Clods plop from the ceiling. Support beams have clearly been rushed into place. Don't take any a forward tunnel. They've been falling in. Deeper in, earth walls give way to granite. The warren rots. The flowing water follows cavern channels away from the main tunnel to some dark end. When will you abandon this place? Oh no. We can't. Do you want breakfast? It's mid-afternoon. Ah, but we're not chained to the sun cycle. We have breakfast whenever. Arnon shows the way inside a marked passage. A weird smell beckons through them. To the other side. Here they are, dear. The serpent and brute, and more to follow. There! Well, did you offer them grum? Sure did. No one wants lukewarm, chewy old grum, I keep saying. What's that smell? Breakfast? Damp feet is my guess. Mulch tea? Oh hi, adventurers. This is some drunk I know. Yes, I'm Velda. It said I was born in a basin of a dried caldera, to spirits of a Sultan rock. Does get said a lot, but it's not actually true. Right. Technically it's false. You two are married to each other? We're mostly married. In times of strife, it's nice. This is insanity. Our world is up to its neck in water and we're talking about... The brute seeks reasoned language. You came because you must defeat the Gorgons, is that right? We're told you know how. I know what the Gorgons did. Their leader. I learned of him, Ulstrix. Arnon tucks into a bowl of beige mush. Looks like shroomy gruel with some kind of green gold dressing.
Ulstrich.
We know that name well enough. Yes, Ulstrix raised a great number of his brethren, and they went off to the valley god beast Moatona. And that great god beast, they made pewter. Velda gazes on all attending from beneath the massive horns adorning her face. A scowl twists her already crooked features. Arnon finishes his meal, pulls at his beard and wipes it on his cowl. Who?
Moatona.
Moatona is the Ancient One, a keeper of balance.
The unassailable balance of Moatona keeps all opposing forces of this world in harmony.
And because Moatona's dead, that throws off the weather.
And the seas and the peaks. All will turn into a big blue gorgon soup. Us, the carrots and beans. And you, the onions.
So that's why Ulstrix needed his army, to slay a god. Well, what was the point of the spear we bled over? Wasn't that supposed to be the symbol he needed to unite whatever Gorgons behind his crusade?
What matters is this. Moatona cannot die.
Wrong voice.
She's petrified. The reason I called you here is that I've been holding a certain restorative spirit distilled from the roots of the ancient bullflax flower. I call it root beer.
A medicine?
My root beer should be able to restore the great Moatona. If you can get it to her. My brewing goddess, Velda.
Well, assuming all that's true, why us? Why don't you have your own lackeys?
The deep down some of it's afraid. Our people are made frail. What is the worst doom?
The Gorgon leader is strong and fearless. So too are his hordes.
We are too old, slow. I'm scared to die.
The Gorgons aren't going to let us do this thing, are they? And do we know where to go? And are we sure reviving this god beast will fix everything?
The serpent grows quite astly, but I'll answer all your questions. Over breakfast, I'm still hungry. It's salty worm.
Velda is true to her word, and as Arnon serves up bowls of grum, she draws a serviceable map on the wall in pale chalk. The food is surprisingly good. Lastly, Velda hands over her healing ale, a single sealed earthenware bottle. Soon they're on their way again. They carry the hopes of all the land and its creatures in one fragile bottle. Calamities. Your enemies improve their strategies after every fight. True Gorgons. A new card is added to the Gorgon deck. A tile will flood in 117 days, but we must now confront Ulstrix over in the Missencandle foothills. Kite is moving back to the Five Quorns. He needs to heal after his fall. We'll have them move over here whilst these guys finish their patrol. This is correct, isn't it? Anya's hills have been cleared of infestation. Okay, it seems there is nothing we can do about the flooding. Let's get Rystar, Lifer, and Faith moving to the Snillock Smithy. And then we can all converge to move north. Arrived at the Steel Cedar Spruces. Gorgons are infesting this tile. They may ambush groups of 2 or fewer heroes. So, you guys can patrol there. We can patrol here. Kite is healing. And spur of the moment. Lifer and Faith make an absurd bet. Well, sure, we'll do this and then we'll end after that. Hey Faith, you know it's a festival, why aren't you dancing? You'd think there'd be one or two look-worthy hunks at a festival, why else do people go? Yeah, well, you don't have to stay, but I'm still trying to do my part. Community spirit. Right, yeah. How about a nice calm game of dice? Later. That was pretty amazing. It was lucky. Honestly though, do you have a secret? I've never seen someone roll that well. No secret. I get on these streaks sometimes. Cards, dice, coins. But now you mention it. I've always wondered what would happen if we were to just pick a direction. A direction? Just pick a direction and go. If I'm really on a hot streak, I bet you'll find a magic item somewhere. A magic item? Seriously? So, we can go with Faith or Lifa. Alright, I'm game. Bet you for a new pair of socks. How about that? Alright, we can bring one other with us. Who's that going to be? Let's bring Gothic along. You can chaperone. Alright, they're going back to Rumantimber. Kite is returned to action. These guys can finish doing this. Those guys can finish patrolling. These guys can finish patrolling. We need at least 3 heroes to patrol. Alright, well that isn't getting done anytime soon. The story continues. I see the edge of a forest. So this forest has an edge, that's nice. Of course it does, everything has its limits, including my patience. Look, it was a joke in the first place, wasn't it? Keep walking until we find what? A magic item? What even is that? Nice to take a little trip, but the trip's no longer little. Come on, Lifer. Time to get back to our lives. Alright, but can we at least check this castle first? Where there's presumably a magic item. Follow me, Faith. Let's climb a window. They climb through a crumbling window. You certainly like to make things hard. What I'd like is to make you quiet. To what purpose exactly? Imagine we're alive and this castle is new. The longing looks we cast from these windows over the lands where our loves bravely roam. It's a pretty big gap. You can see through the lower level. Might not be abandoned though. Little trove, collected from who knows where. Does it look magical? Not even a tiny bit. Tell you what though. It does look guarded. Welp. Stoicism. All heroes +1 armor and warding. Foe cards. Butler. All of its movements are measured and soft, elegant, and ill-meaning. Alright, so we've got some kind of mechanical machine. I guess all machines are mechanical unless it's like a AI or something. Gothic. Let's start with you and an interfusion. What's this cooking pot got for us? That's excellent. Happy with that. Lifer, are you able to make the attack from here at range? Absolutely can. Excellent work. Faith and Gothic level up. Faith is now a Blue Horn Hunter. Repose. Riposte? Not sure. Faith will counterattack after a successful melee block or dodge. Hardiness. Faith has 30% health. Quelling Moss. Faith has coated her weapon in quelling moss. Her physical attacks apply 1 poison. As an action, she can toss a flask of burning poison that applies 1 poison to all units in an area. Now, Faith only has 6 HP, which is not very much, so hardiness might be wise. But I've also been complaining about not having enough AoE, so we're taking that. Compulsion. Gothic briefly interfuses with an enemy and forces it to move where he pleases, is really cool. Inspiration. Gothic gives adjacent allies +1 bonus damage and spell damage. Soul splitting. When Gothic takes damage, for each interfused object, 1 point is prevented and the object takes 2 damage instead. Or upgrade Aid. Aid can be used twice per combat. As much as I want all of this stuff, I'm going to go with the Aid, and I'm going to hire another Mystic as soon as I get the opportunity. Wonder what this thing was up to. Let's not rouse more of them. We can grab some of these materials. Right, that's what I mean. When they back the way we came. A short while later. So it looks like I won the bet. Seems you did. What do I owe you now? Socks? New socks. Let's be sure to mention. What you failed to mention is a size. On the journey back, the weather turns. There's not a tea house. That's not fair. They don't make it in time and are soaked in the storm, but the tea house is dry and fragrant teas, and later the mugs of mulled whiskey are hot. Here's one more round for you. Thinking about something? Just rain. We get so busy sometimes. We don't think about the rain. It's one more obstacle. It's weather, it's worry. Right now, I think it shows how good luck might fly inside dark clouds. I don't know. Think back to our journey's beginning. Fortune is the spur of the moment that strikes restless hearts and sparks an adventure. Luck is the people you share it with. Guess I need another cup. Yeah? Just one more. 1 ingot and 1 fabrics. And Lifer is now a Bloonhor warrior. It's a bonus to all campaign level tasks based on age. Once every other turn, as a swift action, Lifer shreds 2 of a foe's armor with his weapon. +2 armor, +1 warding. Knock a target into another enemy to displace it. Deal half damage, half of Lifer's armor, and hobble both enemies. Let's take the life and warding. Now, did we finish this patrol, or are we about to finish it? Let's get the others returning in that direction. That one's been cleared of infestation. And we need to go up here. We can now build passes through mountain ranges. So it's the choice between doing 1, 2, 3 tiles, or clearing a mountain range and 2 tiles. I think we're going to join the party all up in the Snillock Smithy and move northeast from there. So, finish the patrol. And then we need the other 3 moving that way to get started on that mountain pass. Everyone is in good health, which is wonderful. Wolferspen Forest has been cleared of an infestation, and we are beginning to carve a pass with all of the party at the Snillock Smithy. So, there we will end things for now. Join us next time, where we will see if we can't get up to confront Ulstrix and see where this adventure might come to an end. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.